Okay, so are you ready to like really dive deep today?
Always down for a deep dive.
Yeah. So today it's Aries,
The Fireborn Warrior.
the fireborn warrior, right?
Lots of imagery to unpack here.
Yeah, so much symbolism and vivid descriptions. Like I was reading this passage and I felt like I was right there, you know.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's powerful stuff.
It is. So let's like break it down and explore what it really means to embody like that Aries spirit. You know what I mean?
All right, let's do it.
Because so the scene that really grabs you right away is this lone Aries warrior facing a dragon, right?
Yeah, classic confrontation.
Head on. And it's not just any warrior, it's like the ultimate warrior.
Right. Well, they do call it the Fireborn Warrior for a reason.
Right. And their armor is even described as crimson as their courage.
Crimson, not just red.
Or not just red crimson. Like it's pulsating with this unstoppable energy.
Yeah, it's not an accident. The writer is very deliberately tapping into like that archetype here. You know,
The Aries archetype.
the Aries archetype, the universal symbol of courage and action.
And fire.
And fire, right? Think about the raw energy of fire.
The passion.
It's impulsive. It's always moving forward.
That's Aries.
That's Aries in a nutshell.
Totally. And then there's that line, with a leap that defies gravity.
Oh, yeah.
It just screams boldness and fearlessness.
Absolutely. That imagery speaks to the Aries tendency to act instinctively,
Got right in.
to face challenges head on. And that leads us to another key phrase in the passage.
Let's hear it.
Aries doesn't back down. They conquer.
Mm,
Powerful stuff, but it also makes you wonder,
right.
is that never give up attitude always the best approach?
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. It's admirable to be determined.
Absolutely.
But what about strategy?
Right.
Sometimes, like, the smartest move is to step back, you know?
Yeah, to reassess.
Reassess and find a new approach, right?
Exactly. And this is where we see the influence of Mars.
The planet that rules Aries.
Yes, Mars is all about action and drive, but it also governs strategy and warfare.
Ah, so it's not just about, like, being a hothead.
No, it's about using that courage intelligently.
Right. Having a plan.
Exactly.
I think this is a great point to, like, pause for a second and ask you, because in your notes, you mentioned that you've been facing some challenges at work lately. I'm curious, how does this idea of strategy versus pure willpower resonate with you?
Oh, for sure. It's a great point. And to your point, sometimes that Aries impulsiveness can lead to rushing in without a plan, but channeling that Martian energy into strategic thinking
Right.
can turn that impulsiveness into decisive action, which can be incredibly powerful.
That makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've been talking about like this lone warrior facing down a dragon, and I think it's interesting that the passage never really like defines what that dragon represents.
It's true. It's left open to interpretation.
Right, so it could be like a literal monster,
Sure.
but it could also symbolize so much more.
Yeah.
Right? Like our internal fears,
I'm sure.
or those external obstacles you were just mentioning.
Yeah, those roadblocks.
Maybe even like societal expectations that feel limiting.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. What's fascinating here is how the writer leaves it open to interpretation. You know,
For us to decide.
they're inviting you, the listener, to connect with the imagery
Right.
in a way that's personal and meaningful.
I love that.
Yeah, so think about it. What are the dragons in your own life?
Ooh, good question.
What fires do you need to ignite within yourself to conquer them?
So we've talked about Aries as this symbol of courage, action, leadership, and the need for both strength and strategy when facing down those dragons, whatever they may be.
Yeah, that's a great summary.
But Aries isn't just about battles, is it?
No, definitely not.
There's also this incredible, like, pioneering spirit, a drive to blaze new trails and initiate new things.
Aries is a starter.
Right.
Hmm.
How does that fire manifest in your own life?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think that's a perfect question to leave our listener with today.
I like it.
Think about where you see that Aries energy,
That boldness.
that boldness, that initiative showing up in your life. Is it in your work,
relationship.
your relationships, your
Yeah.
creative pursuits?
Where's that fire?
Where do you feel that urge to charge ahead to take the lead and create something new?
That's Aries.
That's the true essence of the Fireborn Warrior.
This has been awesome. I'm so glad we did this deep dive.
Me too.
Until next time.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.